Hi guys, welcome to Intermediate Speaking Week 2 of online classes. So by now, everybody should have their textbook. So if you don't have your textbook, you will have trouble doing the activities for class today. So please make sure you have a textbook for today's class. Remember me? I'm Professor Jay. I saw many of your videos and they were really good. I'm really excited to meet you guys. So hopefully we can work together in class soon, but we are waiting for the coronavirus to make it safe to come to Daegu Catholic University before that can happen. Right now, I think the start date for regular class in the university is March 30th, but maybe that will change. I know in Daegu, the public schools changed to April 6th start date, so maybe we will have the same schedule as the Daegu public schools and it will move back again. I will tell you when I hear more information, but right now the schedule is March 30th, the week of March 30th, we will come back to university. So I will tell you if that changes. So let's get started with the PowerPoint today. Um, I'm going to do a PowerPoint to introduce some words before we talk about the textbook. And today you will have some homework for the textbook. You will do some pages in the textbook for your homework. So first, let's look at a PowerPoint to introduce some vocabulary and talk about some ideas because the textbook, I think, is a little bit difficult. So I will pull up this PowerPoint and we will get started. Let me find the right display setting. Okay, so this is chapter 2. We will not study chapter 1. We will start with chapter 2, okay? So everybody should skip chapter 1. We will start with chapter 2 in your Pathways textbook. The title of the chapter is Love Your Job. So this chapter is all about jobs. Now, first the vocabulary words will give you some adjectives about jobs. So adjectives mean what is something like? How is something? For example, the door. The adjective is red, the red door. Or for the question, the adjective is difficult. Usually the adjective goes in front of the noun. So this is very easy. Boring. The job is boring. It's a boring job. And this means not exciting. So the next vocabulary word is exciting, right? And exciting is not boring. So these two words are opposite. Opposite means the definition is so different, like up, down. Those are opposites. Or right, left. Those are opposites. North, south. They are opposites. Good, bad. They are opposites. Your textbook calls this antonym. So we're going to talk about this antonym a little later, but don't worry, antonym equals opposite. So if you know opposites, don't worry about the textbook practice. It will be very easy. Satisfied. Now, satisfied, maybe you've heard this before. It means I feel like this is good. I am happy. I feel like I had enough. It is enough. I don't need to do more. I don't need to get any more. We use satisfied about jobs if we like our job. We don't need to get a new job. We don't need to find something more. I don't need a promotion. I'm happy working where I am. Also, we use this word a lot with food. Are you satisfied? Did you eat enough food? Or do you need some more food? Are you still hungry? No, I'm not hungry. I'm satisfied. Okay, so satisfied means it's good enough. I can stop searching for more. Now, these are verbs. Now, I think you know already, verbs are action words, like study or go. So with verbs, we talk about who does something. So I study, I go. You study, you go. Teacher studies. Professor J studies. So there's somebody who does the action and then the action word. In your textbook, we have this word try. And try is kind of two meanings. Try can mean do something like, I never ate duck ball. I don't know. I will maybe try one bite. Oh, do I like it? I don't know. So try can mean just do something one time to see if you like it. Why don't you try it? Or it can mean that when you do something, you try hard, you work hard, you really want to do a good job, and you give some energy. So if you take a test and it's multiple choice test, and you just circle A, number 2A, number 3A, number 4A, you did not try very hard, right? If you try, it means you study and you want to really get an A. You want to do the best job, so you think about everything carefully and check your answers. It means give effort or work hard, not just do something and I don't care about it. Create. So, create is a word that means make something. Like in Daegu Catholic University, many students are Catholic, so they believe that God created the world, right? So create means make, and it means make something from nothing. So first you have to have an idea. What will it be? So in this picture you can see this is a young boy who made a different kind of army tank. And it has many wheels. This is his idea of a really cool car. So first you have to have an idea and then you make something. It can mean build something because you start from nothing and you have the idea and then you make something. So when you make something, how do you do that? Sometimes you build. So one of the things that you can do in jobs is create something. Work. Now, this is a verb, so this means do a job. Like, I work at Daegu Catholic University. Uh, it means get paid money, and it means give energy. So a doctor, where does a doctor work? A doctor works in a hospital. Where does a pilot work? A pilot works in an airplane or in an airport. So this verb means do some job. So noun, person, place, or thing. For example, Daegu Catholic University or Professor J or the dog. So this is something. And for the chapter, these are nouns about jobs. So work can be verb and it can be a noun. So a doctor works at a hospital and the work is very difficult. Okay, so it can be a noun. The work is very boring. My work is terrible. Okay, it can be a noun and it can be a verb. So be careful about which one you are using for work. This means a job, it means something you do, or it means something that needs energy, like, this homework is so much work. It's so difficult. It takes so much time. It's so much work. Okay, so then boss. Boss means the leader at work or the most senior person at work. The boss is the guy who you must listen and do what the boss wants. So in the classroom, I am kind of the boss, right? I can tell you, you should do homework on page 25 for next week, and you must listen and do this job, and you should be respectful to the boss, right? But in a job, the boss is someone who can say, get out, you're fired, you don't work here anymore. And the boss can tell you, you should stay 1 hour later today. So the boss is someone who gives you instructions. They tell you what to do at work. So some of the questions in our textbook will be about what kind of boss do you like, or what is important to you in a good boss. Okay? So adverbs. Adverbs are words that tell you about how to do something. So here the adverb is quietly or quickly, like eat quietly, run quickly. So this is one adverb that we use in the chapter. Together. You can work together, try together, create together. It means how do you do it? You do it as a group, more than one person, not alone. Okay? So let's practice. If you can't remember, it's a good idea to watch the video again one more time and see if you can remember the second time. This is a good time to practice. What is it? It's a feeling, and if you feel like it is good, you feel like it's enough. I don't need to do or get any more. Can you remember? It is satisfied. Now, do you remember what is the opposite of satisfied? It's dissatisfied. So satisfied means I like it, it's enough. I'm dissatisfied means I don't like it. It's not good. Dissatisfied or satisfied. How about this one? Do a job, get paid money, give energy, work. Some of these are a little bit easy, I think, but it's good to help your brain remember some easy things. Not exciting, boring. Do something, want to do a good job, work hard, try. Not boring, it's exciting. This is make, or have an idea and then build. Create, create. Okay, so let's look at your online textbook. I'm going to end the slideshow. And let's look at your online textbook. Pathways. Okay, so we are doing chapter 2. We will just start here. We'll come back to the work stress chapter, the work stress part later. So here is your textbook. It is page 24. So these words we have all done now. All of these words we have done now. And if you listen to this, we're not going to because it's a little bit boring. This is about how U.S. workers, how U.S. people who work feel about their jobs. And are they satisfied? They think they have a good boss. They have exciting work. They work together. They create their own jobs. They try hard, or they have a boring job. So you can read this to see how to use some of these words, some examples of how to use some of these words. And your homework for this week, we will have some textbook homework. I want you to do the work in your textbook and take a picture of the finished page. So this part is one part I want you to do for homework this week. So maybe draw a circle or a star, part C on page 25. Yeah, page 25. Then you will do this one for homework. Now, if you look here, this is antonyms. Antonyms is just the opposite. Good, bad, adult, child. So antonym means so much not the same. So very different. So if we have boring, what's the opposite of boring? How about together? I told you satisfied. Okay, and then you choose two more words here for finding the opposites. This is just good practice. Now, I want to talk about this one, part E, as well. Discuss this with small groups. In class, maybe you would do these questions with a partner, and we don't have any small groups in class because of the coronavirus. So I will ask you this question, and I want you to think about the answer. What is most important to you for your work? Friendly people, a good boss? Now, these questions will be really good for your midterm. Your midterm test is a one-on-one conversation with me. So when we have a midterm test, hopefully we will meet in person, and if not, we will do a video call. Then I will ask you some random questions from the chapters. So first I will give you a random question from chapter 2, and maybe this will be one random question. I think it's a really good question. Number 1 and number 2 will maybe be midterm questions for you. So think about the answers carefully. What is most important to you for your work? For me, I think it's very important to work together with people. I love to work together with people, and I like to feel like I help people. I don't want to work alone. And when I create lessons to help students learn, then I feel satisfied with my job when I see students learn and do well. So some answer like this. Maybe your job is you want to be a designer, and you can say, it's important to me to have good technology because I love working on computers to create some new and exciting designs and to see my design be made into something new. So you can answer the question how it means for you. Another one is tell me about the type of boss you want to have. What type of boss do you want to have? I think one big cultural difference between America and Korea is the style of bosses. In America, my principal, for example, at a school, my principal, he is kind of like my friend or like older brother maybe, but we are very comfortable together, and he is not very senior. I would never bow to the principal, but if I see the principal when I come to work, it's like, oh, hey, Mr. G, how are you today? Yeah, it's great. Did you see the football game last week? Oh, I can't believe they lost. So we are very friendly, and if I have a problem, maybe I would say, "Oh, Mr. G, can I talk to you about something? This, I'm having a problem in one of my classes, but I just don't know what to do, and I want to run it by you." It's not very careful. It's very casual. We're kind of equals. But in Korea, I was very surprised when I arrived in Korea and my teacher friend said, "Oh, the principal, you should bow. Don't talk friendly. Just very respectful." So, oh, 교장 선생님, 야, 안녕하세요, 안녕하십니까, So it was a very different feeling for me. So I think the boss that I want to have is more friendly and more comfortable. I don't care about being uh, really smart or really talented. I want someone who is effective, who can make a difference in my job so that my job is more easy, and who I feel comfortable talking to. Someone who I can uh, make a make a comment and I don't feel afraid about losing my job. Um, so that's my answer for the question. You can tell me about what kind of boss you want to have, and maybe your boss is very smart, or maybe your boss is uh, really talented, very good at the job. They are a good leader. They make you feel like you will be taken care of, or like they help you give instructions so you know what to do. You can answer the question however it means for you. Okay, this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to stop this video for part 1, and we will pick it up again for video for part 2. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again in video for part 2.